Hey guys, in this video, I used to have a greenhouse right here. Those cucumbers were in that greenhouse. Along with everything else out here, we're going to see snippets of starting this from seed and how this worked out. Obviously very good. We're going to explore seed starting in toilet paper tubes, cardboard egg cartons, almond containers, trying to reuse some items from the kitchen, such as oatmeal container, milk container. I'll also have 2 short videos on how I set the greenhouse up and how to make those toilet paper roll containers. So stay with me, it is jam-packed. Okay, so we are in the garage and I am starting backwards. It's now August. Want to show you the box? It's this Pure Garden. It is a 4-shelf system. It's very lightweight. It requires no tools whatsoever. I got it from Kohl's Black Friday. They had a good sale on it. And you could actually use your Kohl's cash, which I'm very grateful that I got this, because you will see in the video where I've got a white sheet. I took the elastic out of a sheet, a fitted sheet, and so I could tie it up because we had very, very bad windstorms. Because it's light, I had to tie it down. I'm so glad that I did not get the big walk-in, and I chose not to because my Kohl's cash didn't work, so that worked out for me. A couple other things I want to point out in the video. You will see how this bar actually came out, and that really had nothing to do with me. You can Gorilla Glue this stuff in if you're just going to keep it like this, if you have the room and you don't need to break it down each year. This, however, kept coming out on me, and this was my fault. I had this flipped around. The hole should be on the inside, not on the outside, so that, I believe, is my fault. Other thing is right here, these wire shelves. Look at this. The plastic is gonna rip super, super easy. So you need to be really mindful of these shelves and how you actually put your plastic on. I chose to put the plastic on first and then put the flap up and then carefully get those in there and just take my time so I didn't rip the plastic. When I did walk this over here, I had all of the plastic on it and I waited for it to dry, and it's now nicely folded up in the original box. Woo! Hi guys, today is April 23rd. It's gorgeous. It's going to be up to 80 today, which is very unusual for us. It's 10:30 in the morning, and I want you to see the condensation that is already there and that is slowly rolling down all of that plastic, which I had originally put this cardboard here as a way to sort of stabilize the rack, but it actually showed quite a bit how much moisture is actually being produced in there. And I don't think we would have seen this if this was on regular soil. Now I'm gonna unzip this just a little bit, and I'm just gonna put my hand in here. Oh yeah, there's quite a temperature change. Excellent. Okay, so this, oh, look at this. You can already see these are popping up. Excellent. This will not stay on for me. It could be because this needs to be flipped around. I'm not quite sure if I did that part wrong. Okay, so today is the 25th of April. It is about 20 degrees colder than it was yesterday. So it is 61 out. Tomorrow is supposed to be 41 or 45 the next day. So I want to get in here and show you what's happened. Before I do that, look at the peas that are now coming up on their own. See those? Those nice. Very nice. Oh, look at all of these that have just started to come up. Got some more budding out right here. These are my sugar cubes, right? Yeah, these are my sugar cube melons right here. Sorry. This is doing nothing. This is doing nothing. This is doing nothing also. I might need a little bit of water on these top ones. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to water these, and then I'm going to harness this all back down, keep in as much as the heat as I can because it's only supposed to be 40 degrees tomorrow. Hey guys, look at how our greenhouse is doing and what all is producing in here. Not sure if these are going to take. This actually is old lettuce seeds I was trying to kind of weed out anyway, so I'm not surprised. Here's our hill of green beans starting for us. And this dew keeps hitting my hand. So let me come back here and you can see kind of all of the condensation here. So I'm just going to give this a quick watering, especially this tray right here. Our sugar cube cantaloupe, they definitely need some water. Probably these herbs back here do too. This lettuce does. So I'm just going to give that a quick shot, and then I'm going to close her back up because it's only about 50 degrees out here, and I'm going to lock that in. It's about 1 or 1:30. So I've got a couple hours to where this can go ahead and create all that nice solar energy for me again. And lock it in for the night. Okay, so I just got done watering and I'm rearranging this oat planet. Because the back bar, I don't know where I put it at, that is supposed to come up here and create this dome. The front piece will stay in, the back piece will not. Now, in rearranging this piece back here came out. And I don't know why, because I flipped these on both sides, put my body weight against it for these to not do this, basically. So I'm kind of aggravated with that. It's staying on that side. Check out my Etsy shop, T-Shirt Garden Company, featuring gardening, no-mo-may, sewing, tiny house, Zen meditation designs. Link in box below. This finally started to come out, and that is a little lettuce that I wasn't sure if those seeds were going to be good or not. So hopefully more will start to develop. Just like with this one, this is a sugar cube cantaloupe, those little mini ones. That's just now starting to appear when this was all done at the same time. And these have been out for, I don't know, 7 to 10 days, something like that. I believe these are the beets. Now I've got 2, so that's awesome. And let's look in our Quaker. There we go. Look at how wonderful our toilet papers are going here. toilet paper tubes. This little tiny one is an eggplant. I forget which one. I got 2 kinds of eggplant this year. But a lot of this, I just started cleaning up my seeds. So much room when they're this small. The plants are this small at this time. It's like, okay, how am I gonna fill 4 shelves? I didn't really think that out. So I just started planting and let's see what happens. These are the Hilda green beans and they are doing pretty well so far. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is a Butter Crunch lettuce head. And again, I thought that these seeds were dead. I think I used them before, and it might be the difference between me actually putting them in a controlled situation than just direct sowing them. 30th of April, and I just wanted to have a little update on how just the toilet paper rolls that we've planted are coming along. There, it's out. I swear to God, nature is so amazing. That's a blue beauty tomato. And what is this one here? The artesian mixed tomato. So I'm pretty pleased so far. And we will continue our little experiment as we go along. And I've been changing the direction of everything in this greenhouse because you can see how they're kind of pushed this way because they're going towards the sun. Let's see. Oh, this is a watermelon here. This is a frog finger eggplant. All right, today is May 4th, and you can see it's nice and steamed up in there. And if we look right down at the bottom, I'm seeing some real nice big leaves down there. So let's just get a close up of how steamy that is, and then I'm gonna open her up. Oh, before I go any further, this right here is sewed really nice. Get all that in there. And these actually, I thought they should be longer so I could tie them in a bow, but it's completely unnecessary. They will stay. I don't know if it's because of the texture of this, that there's a little bit, I wouldn't say gripping, but it's not completely smooth. It holds up here. If you tie this up here, it's gonna stay. Okay, so you can see right here, I don't even have this tied in a knot, and it will stay up for us nice and snug. And down at the bottom, those are the Hilda Romano runner beans. You might have seen the video that I did on just replenishing my seed, and this is part of them right here. So I have 6 plants. I put at least 2, probably 3 in each one of them. And if you remember, I only started with 8 seeds last year, and I have an abundance in the house still. But over here we've got some greens coming up in these 2, and this one is gonna give way pretty quickly. Here's the lettuce container. I started. And it's gonna need more. I'm gonna need more support with that. But I love how tight that is. It just feels so pleasing. Here's our melons and cucumbers and zucchini. And there's those sugar cube melons right in there. They're looking sensational, are they not? Oh yes. Okay, so I have rearranged everything how I want it so that things that were sort of shaded can now get a little bit more light. I'm gonna leave this door open and I'm gonna leave these out and we're gonna try and harden some of these things up a little bit. Today is May 10th and I am going to plant everything in here today. So let's look at these plants. So these beans definitely are doing fantastic. They're doing the best, of course. And all of my tomatoes came up, well, most of them. Look at how many I've got in this one. I definitely have to thin this out. And here is the sugar cube melon. That did splendidly as well. Now, here is a problem. I got so engrossed in that Johnny Depp trial, and I didn't feel good one day. All I did was I came out to this window and I checked to make sure that this was warm enough, and I burned them up. Yep, I burned them up. So when it starts getting closer to your planting time, you really need to come out here like, I don't know, 10 in the morning and put this thing up and then take it back down at night. I really wasn't thinking about that. This is my first experience with one of these little mini greenhouses, and I will not make that mistake again. A lot of these turned out really well for me too. Pretty excited. Okay, so I've got a lot to do. Love you so much. Thank you for watching. If you would please subscribe, that would be awesome. And most of what you're seeing here, I'm probably going to have a separate video on itself, if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for watching, and I invite you again to subscribe, as I have been gardening for over 40 years and have a lot to teach, show, grow, review, experiment with, and my favorite, a specific variety everything deep dive. So let's try new things together, mix it up, and have a glorious day.